Yappers Unite, it's JahJahHenny, and today I am checking out the song 3D by Jung Kook featuring Jack Harlow. Now, I have never heard this song before. Yet another Jung Kook song I haven't heard. I'm trying to get into some more of his music. I've been listening to a lot of RM and a lot of V, but I got to get to the rest of the guys too. I've heard a few Jimin songs at this point as well, but I gotta get through the group. I gotta get through and listen to more of their solo stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. Jack Harlow, I haven't really listened to much of his like most recent music. I like his older stuff. I did enjoy things. He had a project called Confetti, and the one before that, I think it's called Loose. I feel like I'm wrong, but he got a couple bops. I really enjoy Sylvia. Like that's a really great song to me from Jack Harlow, but I haven't listened to any of his recent stuff, and I don't know how recent this song is, so I'm pretty curious to know what these two are gonna sound like together. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
I can touch you through the phone.
The very first line, G's.
Or kiss you through the universe in another time zone. It's the only time I can reverse. But when there's two dimensions, there's only one I'm missing. And if you feel alone,
does he really have his lip pierced? Let me know. I've seen that in his other video for 7 with Lotto, so I'm wondering if that's a real piercing or not. But the vibe for this song so far, killing it. I love it.
you don't have to feel that no more. I just wanna see you like that, see you like that. So if you're ready, and if you let me, I wanna see it in motion.
Yo, so one thing I've noticed about BTS is that they are able to effortlessly tap into different eras of music, and I've said this a lot about V, but I'm noticing it with Jung Kook too. When I listened to Lotto, I was saying I was getting those early 2000s Craig David vibes. Now I'm getting like early 2000s Justin Timberlake, Neptune's vibes with this beat, with his voice, like with the melody. Like it's even reminding me a little bit of Michael Jackson. Honestly, I'm really a big fan of this. You know what else is making me think of? B2K. I don't know why. Something about it is giving a Marion.
Body to body to body to body to body. You and me, baby, you know that we got it. So don't go getting me started, cause you know I get hot-hearted. Baby, oh baby, oh baby, you're making me crazy. Rain, 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 you can't fake it. You give me brand new emotion. You got me drinking that potion. I just wanna see you like that, see you like that. So if you're ready, if you're ready, and if you let me, and if you let me, I wanna see it in motion.
Jung Kook, take a chick off one look, and when they get took, they don't ever get untook. When I seen that body, you would think it was a dead body. The way I told my boys come look, I used to take girls up to Stony Brook and steal their hearts like some crook. True story. Now when I hold somebody's hand, it's a new story. All my ABGs get cute for me. I had one girl, too boring. 2 girls, that was cool for me. 3 girls, damn, dude's horny. 4 girls, okay, now you whoring. I'm loose. I done put these songs to good use. I done put my city on my back, and the world know my name on the truth.
So if you're ready, and if you let me, I wanna see it.
This is really making me think of like early 2000s male R&B for sure. Like that is the vibe of this song to me. I could be wrong, but that's just what it's making me think of. And I really love that because I grew up on that music, you know, and I think there was something about that new millennium R&B like that really just it's really feel good, you know, and that's kind of the vibe this is giving me. Even with Jack's verse, like his the rhyme scheme that he was doing, like it was definitely giving me a little bit of that early 2000s feel where you would get like somebody like a Justin Timberlake with a Clips feature, or even like with a Marion, you know, with the Pharrell feature, like you know, like with Touch, you know. I don't know if that would be considered a feature or not, but you know, it's just kind of giving. Even back when Kanye used to do, you know, a little cute verse on an R&B song, think like Brandy, or Estelle, like that's kind of just like that sort of vibe that I'm feeling, at least the way it makes me feel, and I really, really like that.
Emotion in 3D. You won't regret me. Champagne confetti. I wanna see it in motion in 3D.
Why?
'Cause you know I like it, girl.
Why do you like it, right?
3D. You know I like it, girl. Alright. 3D. 'Cause you know I like it, girl.
Are Jung Kook's tattoos real? Because I remember back in the day when I was getting in the Big Bang, like I will watch a video and then like someone would have a bunch of tattoos, and then I watch another video that clearly came out after, and then they wouldn't have any tattoos, and I was like, what's going on with these tattoos? They're coming and they're going, I'm confused. And I would see people be like, yeah, they're not real. Because I think like tattooing, like getting tattoos is kind of controversial in South Korea. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm just curious if his tattoos are real. I know that Jimin has a few tattoos, so I wouldn't be shocked if they're real. I don't know if they still do that. Like, I don't know if the fake tattoo trend is like has gone and these are just his real tattoos on his body. But yeah, just let me know. I'm just curious.
Spy Kids. I got you playing with yourself on camera. You my babe just like Tampa. Speaking of bucks, I got those. And as for fucks, well, not those. And as for thoughts, well, do you really want to know? I thought so. I fly you from Korea to Kentucky. And you ain't got to guarantee me nothing. I just want to see if I get lucky. I just want to meet you in the physical and see if you would touch me.
Jungkook's videos have a different feel than the videos I've seen from V, or the videos I've seen from Jimin, or the videos I've seen from RM, or Suga, or even from Jin, or from like J-Hope. Like the videos that they produced all have like a different feeling to them, and I just think that that's very, very interesting, how different they are when they're making their solo music versus when they come together as the group. But I just want to say that I think this was a pretty good song. Like, honestly, Jungkook, I feel like it's kind of hard for him to sound bad, and I just think he sounded really, really good. He kind of floated over this beat, you know, and this beat was fantastic too. Don't know who produced it, but shout out to the producer, because it was definitely like, I know y'all sick and tired of hearing me say it, but it was giving me that like early Neptunes vibe. And I was a really big Neptunes and like NERD fan, like back in the day when I was like in middle school and high school. So I guess that's why that kind of sound really stands out to me. But I mean, look, dude, like, what can I say? It's just a vibe. Like, Jungkook, his music feels a little bit, and correct me if I'm wrong, I could be dead ass wrong on this, but his music feels a little bit more Americanized than everybody else's. And I'm not saying that to say that that makes it sound better. It's just something that I've noticed. There's something distinct about American R&B versus R&B that is produced from another country. You know what I'm saying? Like on the last track that I listened to on 7, he was giving me that Craig David, like early 2000s R&B vibe. Craig David is obviously from the UK, and that vibe, the UK R&B sound is very distinct. Some people from there do try to like tap into that more American R&B sound, but a lot of UK R&B artists that I've listened to have that distinct sound that doesn't feel like it was produced in this country. In fact, there have been times where I have listened to an artist and I didn't know where they were from, but just based off listening to their song, I could tell that they weren't American. And it's not because of their accent, because a lot of the time you can't really hear people's accent when they're singing when it comes to people from certain countries. And so it's not their accent that was cluing me in. It was just the sound of the music overall that felt like it wasn't made here. You know what I'm saying? But with this song, it definitely has that more like Americanized vibe to it. Like, and I think that it's really cool that he's able to not only tap into like different genres, like BTS, they love to play around in different genres, but not only that, he has a way of kind of tapping into a country's specific sound within the genre that he is working in, and I think that's cool. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that made any sense, but I just think that that's pretty cool, and I think that's another way to show how versatile he is. I think that's really, really cool. The 3 songs that I've heard from him so far, Standing Next to You, 3D, and 7, have all had different sounds. They've all had different vibes to them, and I think that is very, very cool. And I also really appreciate it because I cannot stand when I'm listening to an artist and I hear one of their songs for the first time and I'm like, oh, this is dope, and then I go to listen to the rest of their music and it all sounds exactly the same. All sounds exactly the same. I hate that so much. Don't get me wrong, I believe in cohesion. I think that the albums that people produce should be cohesive. It shouldn't sound like a jumble of random stuff, not to me anyway, but you can produce a cohesive album without every single track sounding exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? And from what I can tell from Jung Kook so far, I don't think he is someone who does that. It's clear that each of his songs have a distinct sound, and so I'm like really excited to listen to even more of his music. I really love that about him. I think that that's so cool. Again, don't get me wrong, staying within one genre or one specific subgenre of music I think is fine, as long as every single song doesn't sound exactly the same. You know, every single beat sound the same, the melodies are so similar, like stuff like that. It gets boring after a while, but I don't think I'm gonna get bored of Jung Kook's music because he's always switching it up from what I can tell, and I really like that. I really appreciate that. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to the folks who recommended that I check this out because this was yet another suggestion. So thank you very much. I appreciate it because I really enjoyed the song. And if you enjoyed watching my video, you could give me a like. Just throw a little like on the video. And while you're down there, you can also subscribe. Subscribe. Sometimes talking is hard. You can subscribe to my channel while you're down there. If you could be so kind, I will be reacting to more of Jung Kook's music and just more BTS and more music in general, and a lot of other stuff too. I do what I want. That's what I do with this channel. What I want. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.